Hello everyone. From the floor. This is what I get for not packing my tripod. I want to save space in my suitcase. So if you're new here, my name is Nicole. I'm traveling the world for a year. I'm on month 5, February of 2026. So I started October 2025. I'm currently in Sydney, Australia. So we're doing a lot of Australia videos right now. If you clicked on this link, it's because you want to see a artsy vlog in Sydney. So let's not hold that up. This vlog is just going to be me going to like bookstores and art galleries and just enjoying myself, and then I think getting some writing done. So I hope you all enjoy a vlog like that, and thank you so much for being here. Just come back for other videos. After Sydney, we're going to Bali, so there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff coming your way. All right, stay tuned.
That humans can solve planetary survival issues. One way they can do it is not reducing fossil fuels, but to stop using them at all. Threats to extinction is easier to fix than the real human problem.
All right, so I hope you all enjoyed that. So there's a whole AI exhibit of just how AI could help, but also how AI is harming, and it was really thought-provoking. So again, this is a contemporary museum, so of course that was going to be in here. And then this actual exhibit was a bunch of artists from Australia that were under 30, and so these are like hamster wheels that you just saw me walk through. I love this little like colorful walkthrough. This is the actual entrance. I entered through the other way, but if you enter through one of the main entrances, you go up the steps and you see all this artwork. And then afterwards, I decided to go to a cafe within the museum because I was getting a little peckish. So they did have food, and this is the view. And I mean, like, the view is just like perfect. This is of the harbor. You can see the Sydney Opera House across the way. I was charging my phone because I needed to charge it. And then also you can see where all the ferries were at. So if you were to take the ferry from from like northern Sydney, this is where you'll be dropped off. Also, there's the light rail and the trains and the buses. There's plenty of stops. So I got a glass of Prosecco. And you know what? I don't think I got anything to eat because I think I already ate. So I just got some Prosecco. And that's it. And I decided just to enjoy the time to read my book because I figured it's a great view. And the music, I'm sorry, I didn't let the music play in the clip, but it was like R&B, very like 2008, 2009, 2010. So my vibe, I was feeling myself, and it was just a really cool like evening. It was like 6 p.m. and I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy my book, I'm gonna enjoy this view, and it was a really nice moment. Alright, so this is the next book I'm reading, Carolina, and I love this line here. It says, the main character's talking about her grandfather, right? And they live in New York, so I'm assuming subway. But, sorry, it's like loud in here. But I love this, well, naturally, I'm outside, it's a museum. But I love this line. It says, he noticed on the subway, for example, that the kind of gringo who reads the New York Post was different from the kind of gringo who reads the New York Times. Yeah, that's true. There's a difference. A big difference. Like, yeah. Definitely. All right, so afterwards I walked to the ferry. I got myself some gelato, And that was my Thursday night. So it was a really lovely night. Then Friday came and I hopped on the bus to go to the Paddington neighborhood of Sydney. I'd never been. Luckily, my host, she gave me a dressing gown because this was a Galentines Day event and they asked us to wear our pajamas, and it was nice to have something over my pajamas. So I took the bus in my pajamas. I went to Romancing the Novel, which is a romance bookstore in Paddington, and they had, like I said, a Galentine's Day event. This was a really cool neighborhood. I definitely want to go back. I haven't been back, but I think when my husband comes, we're going to go back. It's really cool. Anyways, at this Galentine's Day event, they had a vendor there that was handing out some blushes. I grabbed a few. They had some rosé, some popcorn, some chocolate, because it was a movie night. That's why we were wearing our pajamas. Then they had another vendor that had this like sex card game. You pick 3 cards and they just allow you to say what you want to say to your partner. And it was pretty cool. Yeah, and then they had a bracelet making area. So I made a little ring because I cut the string too short to be a bracelet. And it was nice.
My digital feed out here. We've got another 6 hours before we reach our final destination of Los Angeles, where the weather is expected to be warm and sunny after 3 days of rain.
All right, so future Nicole here. I really wish I could show you guys more clips of the romance bookstore, Romancing the Novel. It was a really cute bookstore, but you know, it was a small venue, and so I didn't want to do too much recording because you never know how people are being on camera. So I really enjoyed this. In this neighborhood, Paddington, I know I said I really liked it. It reminded me a lot of like like Berkeley vibes, like North Berkeley vibes, but also like Arts District of LA, or yeah, not as gritty as Silver Lake or Echo Park in LA, but basically what I'm trying to say, it was a very walkable neighborhood where you could do a lot of things. So there was a lot of stores and restaurants, and you could totally tell it's a place where like 30 somethings go to like hang out. So there we go.
All right, so my Sunday, I only had a few hours because I slept in, I took it easy, grabbed some coffee, and then I was like, okay, I really want to go to this art gallery, but I only have a few hours because I was going to hang out with my husband later in the evening as we watched a movie together for Valentine's Day, because even though it was my Sunday, February 15th, it was his Saturday, February 14th. So we were going to watch a movie together, you know, virtual watch party. Gotta love long distance. So because I only had a few hours to get to the Art Gallery of New South Wales, I decided to take an Uber instead of a bus. So just to save some time. So instead of like a 40 minute commute on the bus and train, I just took a 10-minute Uber ride. So I just wanted to record my drive into Sydney proper. So like I said, I went to the Art Gallery in New South Wales. And if you don't know, Australia, it is divided into different, like, I guess, territories. And where Sydney is at, it's called New South Wales. Anyways, this gallery is 2 buildings. I'm in the main building first, where, like, the art, where you see paintings from, like, 16, 17, 1800s. This art gallery is free every day. There are exhibits that you have to pay for. I, again, went on a Sunday. So this main building was quite busy. There was a lot of families and a lot of tours, because it's right near the Royal Botanical Garden. So if you're visiting, this is a lovely day. Like, go to the park and then go to the art gallery. There are a few restaurants in the art gallery. I was getting a little peckish, so I had some cabbage and a latte and an oyster. So I wasn't too hungry, but I needed something to eat. I had a really nice view, and it was just like a lovely little lunch. And just side note, when I was in the museum looking at the artwork, you can scan a QR code, and it will open up a web page on your phone, so you don't have to download an app. You can get the history of certain art pieces, not all the art pieces. And after I had my lunch, I walked out of the building and went to the right, and there's a building right next door that's part of the art gallery. It's a more modern building. I loved it. It was quieter, actually. Less people went in there. It was more modern looking, so therefore there was more natural light. This art gallery currently holds exhibits from the indigenous people of Australia. So all the artists are indigenous people from Australia. So it was just really nice. It was a really calm art gallery, because again, not a lot of people went into this building, because I think people are just so used to going into like the main building. But if you just go, if you're facing the art gallery and you look left, you'll see this building. It's white, it's very modern, there's a lot of natural light. And this is actually the building I'll show you guys in a little bit, that on the bottom floor there is a free play structure, indoor play structure for kids. And I strongly suggest that if you do have your children and they still need to run around after being in the park, you could take them down there. But yeah, so this art gallery was these art pieces really cool. I wish I could tell you more about these art pieces. I really do. I'm one of those people that I love art, but I don't always remember the history of every art piece. I just really love being in different art galleries and just seeing what people can create. All right, so afterwards, if you go down the spiral staircase, this used to be a bunker that people used in World War II, and they were like, "Oh, you should." They were like, "You should go see it." And I thought maybe it would be really like cool to like still historic. But when I got down there, I realized, oh, and this is the play structure for the kids. This is why I didn't film everything, but because there's a bunch of kids running around. So they changed the bunker for the play structure for the kids. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye.